Hey, good morning. Wow, it has been a cool minute. By the way, check out this back scratcher. This, I don't even think people appreciate the type of engineering that happens, but whoever engineered this was a freaking genius. This thing can get all those places that you just can't reach with your hands, right? Like God's given us the ability to have these wonderful things called arms. But the one thing that we can't do is reach that middle area of your back and just give it a good scratch. Oh God, that feels amazing. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh. Yes, the new life trend, the new lifestyle, and everything has reinvigorated me. So much to the point that, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about what I want, and screw anything else that whatever jeopardize anything else. I mean, let's just say that Tito has been unleashed. You know what is being unleashed? Absolutely crazy what's going on in the world of the tech community that I love so much. But I am seeing that the underlining problem that I have been highlighting for years, okay? Years I've been highlighting this, and now it's surfaced to the point where a lot of people are recognizing it. And hey Ross, how's it going? My day's going good. Hopefully yours is going good too. My whole thing with what's happening and what people are talking about is something that I've been mentioning for the longest time. And better late than never. Better late than never of what's happening. Better late than never is what I will say. Better late than never. Because this underlining issue in the tech community, and there are several of them. They're not just one. It's not just one that's being highlighted right now. It's going to be multiple of them. And if I ruffle feathers, I ruffle feathers. And if people hate me, people hate me, right? I'm no longer bound to what I used to bind myself to in the past. I'm no longer bound by those borders, those walls, and those territories and everything like that. I'm no longer bound by it. So I'm going to openly talk, speak, say what I want to say, and leave it at that. And if people don't like me no more, they don't like me no more. If people still rock with me, they rock with me. You find out who's really true to you when even when you're wrong, they still stand by your side, and they're the type of people that's like, yo, Tito, you messed up. You were wrong. But before they pull me to the side by my ear and scold me for being wrong, they stand beside me. Those are true people. Anyone that walks away from you at any given point when you're standing your ground about something that you firmly believe in, never really stood by you in the first place. The hoodie was just starting to get to me. I looked really weird just having the hoodie pressed up against my face. Okay, so what is one of the underlying tech community problems that I'm referencing to? The first one I'm going to go with, because this one has been something that's been growing little by little. Good morning, coffee. Good afternoon, actually, where you are. Is closed circle environments. I don't know what it is or how this came to be. Mark, good morning. Glad to have you here. But there's this underlining problem in the tech community of closed circles. A circle of a few people that only work within those few people, and by and large really don't branch out and work with other people. See, one of the most fun things about YouTube is collaborations. I mean, that's what this channel was founded on. This specific channel you're watching me on was founded in a collaboration attempt. If you've been rocking with me for so many years, you guys know how many times I've tried to create this type of collaboration atmosphere of just different tech people just working together. I mean, the original name of this channel, before I ever even called it Aloha Android, its very first name was Tech Savvy Clan. And I had 9 other tech enthusiasts that would post videos on their channels and then come to this channel and post videos here. And it was an effort for each one of us to work together, work individually, and bring in new people to become discovered. By large in time, everyone went their own ways. I just decided to keep the channel alive because some of their videos are still on here. Some of the videos in the very earliest videos of this channel, you'll see that there was a video by several other people that wasn't me. And I kept them here to honor them. Then I did a second attempt to try and do this group collaboration thing. And it was the group called We Are Techies. Okay. AKA what? WAT. What? And it was, it was John from Magic Tech Review. It was Paul Tech. It was Tech Right. It was several YouTubers that would just get on and we would just all collaborate. But it wasn't on this channel. We had made another channel where we all had access to it, and you know what, we would just collab on there on live streams and stuff like that, and just try to find new YouTubers, bring them in, and just get them going, give advice and tips and stuff like that, what worked for us, to see if it would work for them. If it didn't work for them, it didn't work for them. But that's what we were all about. And then we kind of like went our own ways. We still talk today. We still pop up in each other's live streams, but we haven't really collabed on the We Are Techies ever since. So, I mean, but YouTube was really good when people collaborated, and like-minded individuals found each other, realized that they had similar background, and decided to work with each other on a video or a live stream together. It was like watching two greats finally collide. But these days, we're not having that. These days, we have these closed circles, these exclusive groups, and nobody from the outside really comes in unless, there's like some sort of process that they look at in order to say, yeah, you're cool enough to be in our group, come on in, but somebody else that's like, hey, I want to work with you guys. I think you guys are great. And I just started a YouTube channel, and I want to come in and showcase what I know, what I could talk about, and maybe we can vibe off each other. And then people are like closed off, like, no, that ain't happening. No. Or they won't even answer them. These like-minded groups that tend to just be exclusive instead of inclusive. I've been talking about that for so long, and it's eating away at the community. And I'm surprised that people are noticing this. Somebody commented something on a certain video, and I'm not going to say who and where. I'm just going to say what they said. And it was kind of interesting that they said this. But said person is actually sick and tired of specific people only working within their community group. The fact is that it's a major turnoff. It's a turnoff. It feels more of a negative vibe than positive, and there's no fun in it. And they seek to find whatever that they're looking for, whatever that they're consuming from other sources, they are willing to look beyond these groups. They see that within these groups, they will only help each other and not help up the next person up. They will find advantages and only share those advantages within that group, but not with others who could benefit from those advantages. And I thought that person was very admirable for speaking up. I'm pretty sure their comment is gone because where it was left, I know that that place tends to remove comments that call them out on things that they do. That's part of the game here on YouTube. If you think that every YouTube channel has nothing but positive comments and maybe but a few negative comments, you are sadly mistaken. There are a lot of negative comments. Hell, I hold all comments for review because there are some of them that are just really idiotic that they don't need to be published. There are some that are negative that call me out on my stuff, or that are funny, and I tend to like every now and then go live and like share the comment and react to it. It's one of my favorite things to do now. And I don't do them often because I like to let those comments build and then step into the realm of rebuttals. But yeah, exclusive groups. When did that become a thing? When did that become something that had to be? Like it doesn't make sense. What? You will only work with A, B, C, and D. But you won't collaborate with G and H. It is a very tough spot, very tough situation. So I admire a lot of creators that are stepping out and coming out and saying, hey, my platform is open. Anybody can work with me. If you want to work with me, here's my social platforms. Reach out to me. And if I'm available, then I can jump on yours or you can jump on mine and we can collaborate and talk. I am loving seeing that. That is amazing. And for those who are doing it, don't stop doing it, because this is what I think that will kind of revive YouTube for what it used to be, not what it is in its current state right now. It is also another underlining problem that people are losing their credibility. The credibility because of free tech. I'm all in support for people, getting flowed some sort of product to review. It's a great accomplishment. It shows that a company recognized you. For example, and I'm looking into it to making sure that this is not a scam. Got to move the phone away from the mic. The mic picks up the it picks up all the interferences. There you are. Oh, they responded back to me. Okay, so it looks like that I'm going to be getting a hold of the Celero 5G phone. Let me reply back. Sorry, I gotta reply to this email. Okay. Anyways, so somebody from Boost Mobile saw my video on the Celero 5G, and they reached out to me and they said, okay, we saw your video, so we would like to send you the Celero 5G to try it out. And I'm game to try it out. Just because I have Pixel phones and a couple of iPhones doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try it out. Why not? What do I have to lose? And there are people who are interested in the Celera 5G. Okay. But one thing that won't happen is I won't kiss their butts and put out a review beyond what the phone actually is. And I get it, I mean, there's some people who are new into that. And so, they're worried about maybe this is their only opportunity to be discovered by a company and be able to work with them. And yeah, it's exciting. Like, trust me, I know how that is. That's how I felt when I had companies like Almaze, reach out to me and say, hey, we want you to try these products of ours. When New Mobile reached out to me and say, hey, we're gonna send you the New Mobile G3, and then they sent me the New Mobile, was the X6. I know what it's like to be approached by companies and say, hey, we want you to try something. You know what I mean? I mean, you feel like you got recognition, but you can't lose yourself in that. You can't lose yourself and say, okay, well, you know what? I still want to, work with these companies and be partners with them. So I guess I'm gonna give it a more favorable review. So they look at me and say, hey, he really liked our product. Let's send him some more stuff. Sometimes, when a company makes something bad, you have to call it out for what it is. And if that company was actually genuine about, their customers being satisfied, then they wouldn't look at you in a negative light if you were being honest and did not give a favorable review. Now, I'm not saying like, if you feel like the product is trash, to absolutely say the product is trash in so many unlovely ways. No, there's a more professional way to convey that across to your viewers, that the phone is just not that good, or the speaker is not that good. There are many ways that you can convey that across, but keep it professional. And companies who care about their customers, they're not going to give up on you. There is a fine line between it. Now, why do big YouTubers tend to step and cross that line? Well, it's because the power has been given to them. The power has been given to them that it almost feels like they control the ways that things go, and that these companies absolutely need them at times to sway the minds of so many people who follow them to go the way that they want them to go. Don't lose yourself in the process just because you get something for free. If the Celera 5G turns out to be a pretty awesome phone, you guys are going to hear me say it. What are the levels that I am going to judge this phone on when it arrives to me? Well, I am going to judge it on several key points. Okay. How does it contend against something that's a well-known flagship? How does it contend against something that I know is a well-known mid-range? And how does it perform just on its own without any of those influences involved? And just completely share my experience. That's that. You don't have to lose yourself in the madness of getting, free stuff or, partnerships. Any of those things. You don't have to lose yourself in that process. You don't. Because then your credibility goes away. And that's what's happening right now. This is what's surfacing. People are questioning MKBHD and Unbox Therapy, iJustine. All those big timers are getting questioned now. There are some people who are just like, I'm not interested in watching their stuff anymore because it seems too commercialized, which is another problem that's happening here on the tech space on YouTube that I'm going to get into here in a sec. But, people are losing their trust in them because they finally figured it out. Google sends them the phone. We got the Pixel 6. They send them the phone. They review it. They tell you what they like about it. They tell you what they dislike about it. But what are they really using on their day-to-day? And boom, you find out it's something completely different. And they've only used the Pixel 6 for 1 month. And then they figured they had enough time to tell you everything about the phone in 1 month. But People are starting to question them because this is the absolute truth. This is why you'll see on my channel that I've done this for years. I've used the phone. I've unboxed it. I've done a 24-hour impressions. I've done a 3-day later review, a 1 week later review, a 1 month later review, 3 months later, 6 months later, 8 months later, 1 year from now. And then I'll do my throwback videos. The 2XL in 2021, the 2XL in 2020. Like, I continue to do it because experiences change over time when new things are added and some things are taken away. So you don't really know the phone inside and out. It's quite impossible for anyone to know the phone inside and out. Quite impossible. Good morning, Oscar. Welcome. It's quite impossible for anyone to know a phone inside and out when they've only used it for like 30 days and then boom, they tuck it away in a drawer, neatly compacted in there with a bunch of other phones they've collected over the years that they've been given to review, and they're back onto their everyday daily driver device. I know the reason why that people look to find Pixel phone reviews from me, because they know I'm a Pixel fanboy. So they're like, I want to hear what he has to say on it, because I know that he actually likes the phones. He likes what Google makes. So if he gets disappointed, is that a genuine experience that he's having? Yes, they know I'm having a genuine experience. Because when I'm done making the reviews on this doesn't go into a drawer with a bunch of other phones. This is in my hands. Matter of fact, this phone is in my hands, and my secondary device now is my Pixel 5. Those are two phones I keep in my pocket at all times now. One on Verizon, one with Los Mobile. As a matter of fact, today I have Verizon in the Pixel 6, and I'm going to test it. And I've put Los Mobile in the Pixel 5. Of course, when I'm done with the testing, I'm putting the Verizon SIM back in the Pixel 5 and putting the Los Mobile SIM back into the Pixel 6. That's just the way that I want to do it. That's why I like Aaron Zolo. He talks about software only. Yes, software is what matters. Software is what is the only thing that really matters. It is a huge percentage of reviews on a phone. Trust me, if you figured it out right now, a lot of my videos where I tend to point at the hardware, that's all for like people who are like, you need to talk about hardware. If you notice that those videos are very lackluster that I made, they're very lackluster. They lack depth. They lack feeling and emotion. Because the software is really where it's at. And software evolves. It forever changes. If, in fact, that the development company chooses to develop on it. If they choose to be lazy and stop, then it goes nowhere. And the problems are still the problems. And the issues are still the issues. And the bugs are still the bugs. Hardware can only account for so much on the phone review before it's, what the hell else do you talk about? Software is the most important thing, and Android 12 is half-baked. I said it in my video yesterday. I wasn't really clowning around. And yes, obviously you guys can, hopefully you guys felt my emotions and saw my expressions, because this new schedule of mine, it was so much fun making that video last night. Like, this whole new lifestyle of mine has reinvigorated me to do things, differently and do things the way I want to do it. I'm not worried. Not worried about losing people. I'm not in a subscriber race. I'm not worried about that. The ones that are true are always going to rock with me. That's all that matters. If it's 10 of you guys, it's 10 of you guys. If it's 5 of you guys, it's 5 of you guys. If it's 4 of you guys, then it's 4 of you guys. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm still going to say, I'm going to say on this platform, I'm still going to open my fat mouth and I'm still going to speak my mind. So you can't really trust big timers anymore. People are starting to step forward and talk about that. And I'm surprised. I'm quite excited to see where this is going. Where is this changing to? What is happening? It's a good thing to see. No, I'm not saying cancel MKBHD. No, because the guy has a legitimate business that he's got to run. You know what I mean? I would never trample on anyone's hustle on how they make money and stuff like that. But I hope that this is an eye opener for him to understand that, the whole everyone's got to do videos the same way. Everyone's got to make them like this. Like, have you noticed? And now we're going into the third part of this underlining tech community problem. Have you noticed that tech review videos are more like commercials? You've heard me say it, and I'm probably sure you're hearing other tech creators say it. They're becoming more like commercials. Have to shoot it this way. Have to have this type of lighting. Put a fake plant on the table. The table must be white, or the table must be black. Have this phone on the side right here, and have this fake plant over here. Make it glow pink on the wall. Make it glow yellow. Like, everything just seems like a commercial, and I think that's the other turnoff with all these review videos. Now, to some people, they may like them, and if you like them, hell, you have every right to like what you want to like. You don't have to agree with me. But from my perspective, it's hard to watch, and I've noticed this over the last 3 years. I don't watch as much tech videos as I used to. 3 years ago, I used to really watch a lot of tech videos, and I've been doing it since 2010. 2010, when I was watching Phone Dog every other day, because Noah Kravitz would do an unboxing, and then a few days later there would be like a review of a phone. Sydney would review like the prepaid phones like Boost Mobile and Cricket and Metro PCS, and then you had Aaron Baker, who was like the HTC guy and stuff like that, right? Like, I mean, all those things, back then I was watching tech all the way through and through. Watching tech, watching Chris Perillo, watching Chris Chavez, watching what's his name before he branched off on his own, but Mr. Mobile, watching all his stuff, watching Pocket Now, just watching Fandroid, watching it all. I was heavy into it. People got phones and unboxed them, and I was really excited to watch their videos and see what came in the box. What kind of accessories did you get for it? Wow, that phone looks so cool. And turn it on. Let me see how it boots up. And yeah, I want to see the animations, which is software. And all these things. I get so excited for it. And then throughout the next 3 or 4 months, it was like how to apply a screen protector onto it. What issues did they find with the camera software? What issues did they find with the whole operating software by itself? Like, countless videos. And they were very straightforward videos and stuff like that, which, I emulate in my video. That's why my videos don't have a whole lot to it. I may add a little animation sticker on the screen for you guys just to kind of, make sure you guys ain't falling asleep on my boring ass. But, I won't create a studio right here to that degree to create something like that. Like, I like straightforwardness, right? Because I always felt like people appreciated the videos that came from people that they could relate with and identify with, right? I'm an average Joe. I go to a 9-to-5 job. I make enough money to survive on. So, and I do something like an unboxing of a Pixel 6. It's a momentous moment for me. And I share that experience with you guys. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm pretty sure with the video that I dropped yesterday, I don't think anyone was really expecting me to say that. I think some people who kind of heard about me is like, oh yeah, that's Tito. He wants on Team Pixel. He's a Pixel fanboy. Oh, he dropped his video on Pixel 6. He's probably going to talk about how it's the greatest thing in the world, and it, farts rainbows and Skittles and unicorns and stuff. And then they jump on there and they hear me like ranting in a high-pitched voice about Android 12 is half-baked, it's buggy, and that's the major problem with the Pixel 6. That's why the Pixel 6 is getting a bad rap, because the Android 12 software is half-baked and it's not fully right, and Material UI doesn't work right, and it overcompensates the camera and all that. Like, they were just probably like, whoa, how come he's not kissing its ass? He's supposed to have his lips firmly between the sphincter of Google. But no, I told you guys, I'm a Pixel fanboy, but I'm not going to bullshit anybody. I will tell you guys if there's things that bugs me about it. In Android 12, while I like Android 12, I do like it. I know it's half-baked and there's problems with it. Specifically in just how it functions. Apps crashing sporadically or, periodically. I know it does that. I know there's an issue in Android 12 with auto rotate. And at certain points that the freaking operating system thinks that the phone's in landscape mode. So you try to swipe up to get to recent apps and you can close them out or get to your app drawer. It does nothing. You're swiping from the bottom. Like, where the hell is my freaking app drawer? And it's not doing a dang thing. And then when you kind of jitter the phone, you see the navigation bar to the left side of the screen. But when you try to swipe that way, thinking it's going to initiate, the app drawer, it does nothing. What fixes it? Reboot. That is a problem in Android 12. Software will always be the main thing that you have to look at. You have to look at it. You can't avoid it, because if you avoid it, then you can make a review video of this in 2 minutes. Here's the back of the phone. There's the camera visor. There's the top different colorway. Here's the side of the phone. Here's the other side of the phone with volume rockers that are the same color as the power button. There's the antenna bands. No headphone jack. Charging port. Microphone and speaker. Glass back. Glass front. Boom! Review over. Because there's nothing else. What the hell else are you going to talk about? You just covered the entire hardware. Oh, but Tito, you can get technical with it. Okay, yeah, let's crack the sucker open. There's the motherboard. There's the tensor chip. There's the RAM. There's the speaker. Okay, now you just covered the entire board. No, but you didn't talk about the other components. There's a 50 megapixel camera. There's a 12 megapixel ultra wide. No telephoto because it's the Pixel 6. Oh, look, there. There's the wireless Qi charging component on the back of it. Oh, look, there's a battery. Oh, there's the 8 megapixel front facing camera. Ta-da! You just reviewed the hardware in under 4 minutes. Sure, you can milk it. You could take a 4-minute review of hardware only and milk it and make it a 15-minute video. If you want to talk like Johnny Ives, Google. They designed the tensor chip, 5 nanometers. Perfectly symmetrical. But they didn't stop there. Like, if you're going to talk like that in a review, you can milk a freaking review and go to 15 minutes. Like, I mean, it's flabbergasting to me. It truly is. But going back to the main point, see? Hashtag ADHD, because that just happened. I went completely off. Commercialized videos don't resonate with people in that same effect that like regular videos did. This is the reason why when someone bought a Boost mobile phone, like the day that like Boost mobile released, like the ZTE Warp Elite, the very first person, not the first person who bought one, but the first person that bought one and unboxed it on YouTube got a shit ton of views. And he did, or she did, because it was from a person like you and me. It wasn't from somebody who said, okay, I bought the new Boost Mobile ZTE Warp Elite and I got to go get my desk ready and pump it up. I want to use the white desk because white background looks pretty good. Let me get this fake plant pow right here. Let me get this Android figurine pow right there. Let me get this light going here. We're going to adjust this one to pink, adjust this one to green, adjust this one to blue, and this one to purple. And it's kind of contrasting in the background. Okay, let me get my camera right in place and all right, that's it. Good. All right, manually put it in. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this microphone and pow, put it right here. Okay, we'll just crank this volume to about like 85, so it kind of gets the clarity in my voice and gets like the deepness in it and everything like that. But then, maybe I'll try to sound like somebody from like, Wheel of Fortune. I'm Pat Sajak. Who knows? And then they shoot the video, and it's like, no one cares. Like, there's a new kid on YouTube from Canada, Siobhan. I like how he does the day with the phone vlogs. It's just different from other stuff, and I like it. See, exactly, like, you're not looking for the whole commercialized crap. And a lot of people that are here in the tech community on YouTube are starting to notice that, and they're going elsewhere. They're looking for the non-commercialized video, something that doesn't look like you'll find on ABC's channel or NBC's channel or Fox. You know, some of these YouTube reviews are good enough to be spotted on a televised broadcast network. Absolutely is. Just got my sorta sunny Pixel 6 Pro, and you love it. Hold that thought, everybody. Let me grab a drink real quick. I apologize, I gotta do this. Let me just grab something to drink because I'm kind of thirsty. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Be about like a minute or two. Promise. I know one of y'all was probably counting like, yeah, let's see if it's really a minute. Yeah, I'm Tower Dragon. Awesome. I'm glad you got your sorta sunny Pixel 6 Pro. I'm glad you're loving it. You know what? And that kind of goes to my thing. Chair. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, 90% of the problems you're going to face on that phone is software. I'll tell you that much right now. 90% of the problems you may face is software. I'm not saying that that phone has 90% problems. I'm just saying that it would be software related. So basically Android 12 would be the culprit. But yeah, going back to my whole thing, it's you know, like, don't get me wrong, like the idea of making a good quality video is great. You know what I mean? I think somewhere along the way that message got lost. Like when people were like, make a good quality video, they're really referencing to like how the video looks, not like what's in the background of the video to make it pop. You know what I mean? They're wanting a higher resolution of a video. They're wanting 1080p when that was a thing back in the day, and then now they're wanting it in 4K because they watch a lot of things in 4K. But they're not really referencing about having a fake plant in your video shot. Like those videos are cool to make from time to time, but sometimes you just have to get straight in. I mean, that has always been the madness to my method. You guys know that sometimes I'll go all out on a video. Very rarely will I go all out on a video to edit it and do all kinds of stuff to it, right? Like there's times where I'll do a video and I'll make it in a jump cut fashion where everything is kind of chopped up and put together. There's times where like I'll go in and I'll overlay video on top of my video. So like I'm shooting a video just like this, talking with the microphone, telling you about what I'm talking about, but making, you know, reference points with videos, B-roll footage of the phone. Then there's just times where it's just like I turn on the camera, I start talking, I say what I gotta say, then I turn off the camera. There's no intro, no outro. Sometimes I'll put an intro and an outro. Sometimes there's just an intro and then a cut. Sometimes I'll just go right into talking and then hit an outro at the end. I give variety of different things because sometimes, some days people want the over the top outlandish videos, and then there's some days where people just are like, get to the freaking point. I guarantee anybody here, I will bet somebody $5,000 that in the entire time I've been on YouTube, that there was more than 50,000 times that someone had said, great, you got a video intro, just get to the dang point. Hell, I've gotten comments where I talked about a specific subject and made the video 10 minutes long because I had a lot to say, and got feedback from someone that said, wow, I just wasted 10 minutes of my life watching this guy, where he could have just got straight to the point in the first 3 seconds of the video. Thumbs down it because you suck, bro. I get comments like that all the time because some people, they like the over-the-top stuff, and then tomorrow they don't care about it. So you give a variety of things, and some days you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. I'm enjoying mounds. Some days people feel like they want to watch the over-the-top stuff, and some days they just don't want to. So give them both. Give them both. That's why there's videos on my channel that like talk about the same thing. There's 2 videos that talk about the exact same subject, worded differently. One is straight to the point. One is like jump cut, jump cut, jump cut, transition, jump cut, transition, video overlay, intro, outro. I give it on both ends. People aren't trusting the big tech reviewers anymore. And not everybody, just a lot of people are starting to come out with it. But it's not everybody. But there are people that are coming out with it that don't trust the big time YouTubers anymore because they feel like that, you know, they're absolutely biased. People are getting tired of the commercials and would rather watch a video that's from someone genuine about a phone that they're interested in. And these exclusive circles that will only work within that group is actually a big turnoff to a lot of potential viewers and subscribers. Like for me, the way that I look at it and how people are acting, and I'm not going to call out names. If someone responds, then they're going to throw themselves under the bus. That's all I'm going to say. But it's almost as if like the street gang mentality has made its way into the nerdy tech community. People want to create groups. They want to be hostile towards other people, or they want to, you know, shoot slugs under the table by talking smack and trash about other content creators behind their back. And it's just like, you know what? You could have used all that negative energy to help that creator. You could have made what you thought was their project, that what you thought was trashy or, you know, funny, but not like funny, haha, like we all laugh together, like funny, like haha, they look like a fool. You could have just been that mentor that could have gave them some positive and critical feedback to make their videos better. But instead, you would rather go ahead and just trash the hell out of that person, but not even to them, but like, you know, within your group. And, you know, if somebody wises up and says, hey, you know what, like at first I would participate with you guys and it was funny, but you know what, it's really not that funny and we should really stop doing it. You exile that person and then you start trashing on them. Like that mentality is pretty stupid to have. I mean, you know, people thought it was really messed up when, you know, those people who were intelligent and smart and knew their stuff about tech, and just because they didn't put on glasses with the broken center bridge with tape and hike their pants up to underneath, you know, like underneath their upper chest area and do the Urkel laugh or anything like that, just because they weren't what people defined as nerdy or geeky. People were like, you can't exile me just because I decide to dress in today's style of clothing, but I do have a deep passion for technology. And yes, you can classify me a nerd. Just because I don't dress like a nerd doesn't mean that I am not a nerd. You know, we fought that battle 8 years ago. If you guys didn't know that was a thing, that was a thing. Like people were judging you based on how you looked. If you didn't look the nerd part, they didn't think you knew anything about tech. You would literally blow people away when you would literally be able to keep up with just another smart nerd here and be able to freaking hang with him on everything that he was talking about because you knew exactly what the hell you were talking about. And they were like, oh, okay. So now they stopped judging people about how they look. But Now that people have come in, now people want to bring this gang-like mentality in here, like this is my clique and my crew, and we don't work with anybody else. And if you come at us sideways, we will ride on you. You know, it's become popular to even openly say that you would go and press up on another creator who's in the tech community and talk gangster and all that other stuff. And I'm not outlining a person. I'm just saying, like, there are people who talk that noise. Exposing people. I'm going to make channels and expose a lot of people. For what? Like, they have brought that mentality into this community, and people are tired of it. They're tired of the drama. They're tired of the bullshit. They're tired of a lot of things. And they're going on to find other people. To be honest, they're going to find other people. You know? All those things don't belong. This community should be about tech. And look, just because that I feel like software is the most important thing, doesn't mean that somebody else who focuses on the hardware is wrong. Hardware and software play together. They integrate together, and they have to integrate well in order for it to be something good. So software has a lot to measure up to. The hardware, not so much, but it doesn't mean that the hardware is not important, because without the hardware, software cannot exist. Without software, then, without hardware, software cannot exist. Without software, hardware has no purpose. There, I'm getting confused there for a sec. The life and times of things has absolutely changed. Do I want everybody to get along? Of course I do. One of my biggest things that I want people to do is collaborate again, but not with the same people that they're always usually collaborating with, but to collaborate with new people. And the new guys that are coming in, stop being scared to reach out to people to collaborate with them. If you were shot down once by a jackass, don't worry about it. Not everybody is the same way. Find somebody else. And if you can resonate with what they're saying, don't be afraid to hit them in a DM. One of my favorite new collaborations I watched recently, and I was shocked to see this, but I was thoroughly excited to see this, was on Chris Perillo's channel. Alt Dad Tech was a guest on Chris's live stream. And it was wonderful to see two people that I like to watch on YouTube that, to me, I wouldn't really picture them being in the same group. And they were just vibing. And that's what rekindled the thought in my head, like, damn, why can't we get to that point? I don't want people fighting. I don't want anybody fighting. I really wish that in the tech space, all the drama that's been in there for the last almost 2 years, I wish that would just get pieced, shake hands, and let's make videos again. Let's podcast together again. Don't any of you guys miss those moments where you have like 8 of us on a freaking live stream just having conversations? Does anybody freaking miss that? Does anyone want that back? Or am I the only one here? Call me crazy if I'm the only one here that wants that again. I don't care who did what to who. I could care less about that. I don't give a damn about you hurt me like this and you said this. Like, dead that shit already. And let's just have peace. Let's get back to the essence of what this tech community used to be. This stuff used to vibe so dang well, and I loved the variety of different mentalities, because everybody that watched, they won. They won because they had a personality like this and a personality like this, and one like this, 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 and this, boom, boom, boom. It's the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. It was a lot of us. Different ways of processing information and different ways of outputting that information. It was a lot of us. And now it just seems like that it's very little bit of us. Like, for a fact, I know that, like, Sneed Mobile Tech wants to work with anybody. He'll work with anybody. He said this so many times. His platform, his channel is open. All you got to do is hit him on a DM and say, yo, Sneed, dude, I want to talk about this with you on your channel. And he will set that up. He'll tell you, like, if he's at the gym, hey, let me finish my workout. Let me hulk up for another hour and beat the crap out of everybody in here and make a coyote scream and a bear choke out. And then I'll go home and set it up. We'll do it at 5 p.m. Boom. Go to Technoid. Yo, Technoid. Yo, man, let's talk about this on your channel. Don't be afraid to ask them. They don't care if you only have 10 subscribers. You could be a new tech channel. Oh, man, let's not say new. You could have been on YouTube for a year and only accumulated 10 subscribers to your channel. Them two guys will work with you. They will. They don't judge anybody on their subscriber count, on their view count. All they want to do is just meet new people and have discussions so viewers get it from all angles. You know, to be honest with everybody, and this is just me speaking personally, but I guess the reason why I was this close to just completely stepping away from YouTube was because I was tired of, you know, the hatred, the drama. I was tired of the exclusive circles and, you know, the backyard manipulations and the troll accounts and I'm going to expose this person and I'm going to expose that person and yada, yada, yada. Like, get that mentality out of here. Out of here, and let's talk about tech. Let's talk about what matters. What matters? What matters is going to be my review on the Pixel 6. That's what's going to matter. What's going to matter is, you know, tech for your needs. And maybe he got the iPhone 13 Pro Max and he's going to unbox it. That freaking matters. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Gene goes and gets himself the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 6 Pro. He's going to unbox it. That matters. It matters, you know, when, you know, Technoid is going to shoot an exclusive intro to the Technoid show. That matters. Sneed is going to talk about, you know, the business aspect of T-Mobile versus AT&T versus Verizon. That freaking matters. Those things matter. And keeping it to tech is all I've ever asked for. And because there were only but a handful of people that were willing to participate in that, and everybody else was being freaking hard-headed and still wanted to go at it, I wanted to walk away. I don't need this to give extra money to my kids. I found something that's going to pay me a lot better. And trust me, it pays me a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better that I am going to vlog in the next couple of months walking into my brand new house. House, not renting places anymore. Owned house. Owned house, nice freaking neighborhood. Okay? I do this for fun. I honestly do this for fun. I'm reinvigorated to make tech videos and make them the way that I want to, the way I've always done it, which is a straight, no BS type videos. Live stream like this, or have a guest or two on here if they want a guest spot it. Trust me, I'll let people know if I'm looking for guests. If I want to have, you know, a collaborative group live stream, I'll put it on Twitter and say, hey, on this day, at this time, I'm going live. Who wants to join me? You know, I'm willing to mediate between two people that have problems with each other for them to make peace and piece this out and kill all that drama and everybody be on good grounds again. I'm just wanting to change. I'm wanting the tech community to go back, not go back to the way it was, but continue to grow with new people in it and create this better vibe. The big time YouTubers, I'm not worried about them. I don't look at them every day to see what they're doing and if they're holding my channel down or not. I don't care. They got their hustle. Good on them. Make your money. Do what you got to do. That's your hustle. To do it. All I want to do is just see this community flourish and not breed so much negativity. Which is the reason why, for some people, they don't even know what the negativity is going on because they can maneuver around that. They can navigate their way through all the BS. They literally got y'all heard of that app Waze? They must have something like that in their brain that navigates against hood traps because they don't even know about the drama. And when someone like me comes on the live stream and talks about it, they're like puzzled, like, what drama are you talking about? You must roll in the darkest circles. Maybe. But I'm not the type of person that abandons people just because of one or two flaws they may have. But I like to try and inspire them to put their best foot forward and not lean on that negative side. It's just people are hard-headed. They don't want to listen, or they want to make assumptions, or they just want to talk crap or whatever. And I was like, hey, whatever it is. It's why I don't feed back into it. I'm sure there's someone who says some really bad things about me, makes fun of me and stuff like that. And I know about it because there's people really quick, willing to yap about it so fast. The moment that anybody does a live stream and says something very negative about me, it ain't past 10 minutes, someone's already hitting me up. Yo, so-and-so said this. Because there are the two people that are involved in the beef, and then there's the people that like seeing the drama that continue to stir the pot. They talk to both sides. They feed that back and forth. That's why nothing ever gets resolved. I know. I choose not to respond back because I don't care. First of all, anyone that says anything negative about me in the bad light or anything like that, they don't know me personally because they're not knocking on my door right now. They only know what they think they know. That's it. But I know who I am as a person. You can say I'm a slum. You can say I'm a bum. You can say I'm this. You can say I'm that. I know who I am. I keep myself with me. I know who I am. So it doesn't bother me. I'm not phased. I'm not going to go into the corner and cry because somebody doesn't like me. I can give a shit. But what I'm absolutely tired of is all this unnecessary exclusive groups and beefing with people. Like, that's just so unnecessary. Keep it a tech. And how do you expect a company to even want to do business with you if you're always going to be breeding that type of mentality? Do y'all really think that Boost Mobile would have reached out to me to get a Celero 5G to cover if I was always on here day in, day out, causing problems with people? Hell no. I know they looked at my channel because they linked my video in the email they sent me to tell me, like, hey, we saw your video coverage on a Celero 5G. Would you like to try it? I said, yeah. Here's my info. Send me one. I'll use it. I'll give it a fair review. So now it's a waiting game. Now I gotta wait for it to come. The assistant needs an additional download. That's what it says. That's what. All right, to close out this live stream, let me just tell you guys what I've noticed about the Pixel 6. I'm gonna end it out there, right? I think I've talked enough about the underlining tech community problems. Okay, so is the Pixel 6 a bad phone? No, it's not a bad phone. Do I feel like it's a step down from my Pixel 5? No. It's actually a step up from my Pixel 5. Is the Tensor chip underperforming? In some places, it kind of is. Does that mess with the overall arching experience? No, it's really good. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, if I butcher your name wrong, I'm sorry, but Ija Morris. You love your 6 Pro. Awesome. Are the photos really bad? For a photographer standpoint, you know, somebody who shoots for Ralph Lauren and for Guess and for Chanel and all that, maybe. Maybe you'll find some imperfections in the Photoshop. How about taking a picture of the family at Disneyland? This phone is going to kick ass in that department. You're going to get some really awesome shots. And then you don't have to. Again, this is what I love about the whole camera thing. You don't have to wait for someone to get the hell out of your way. If you want to get your kids together, like in front of It's a Small World, there's a crowd of people, right? Bam, take that photo. Sure, it's an extra step, but use Magic Eraser and get rid of all the people in the background. You can make your photo look like that. You guys are at Disneyland all alone. And you can get that nice family photo to put in a frame and stick it on the wall. So when people come to your house as a guest, they'll be like, oh, you guys went to Disneyland. Yeah. Oh, how'd you get that shot? Were you guys the only one there? That would be the next question I guarantee to somebody. Awesome. I'm glad I got your name right, Aisha. Awesome. But yeah, I would say Magic Eraser, very helpful. Sound quality out of this. Okay. I'm going to be brutally honest. The Pixel 4's speakers sound better than the Pixel 6. But is it like a squawk box that's flat? No, it's not. It's got some punchiness to it, but not like the Pixel 4. So the Pixel 4 still wins on having the best audio out of any Pixel device. Connectivity. I'm currently testing that today. Actually, for the next week, I'm currently testing that. So today I have my Verizon SIM in here. Later on, I'm taking the kids to the park. So I'll be able to run some speed tests, see what's going on. Yes, this is the unlock model, so it doesn't have millimeter wave. What's up, Blaze? It doesn't have millimeter wave. I don't care. For me, I don't care. For you, you may care. And if you care, then you care. Who said you were wrong? However, I recorded video with this, and the audio sounds pretty good for when I recorded the video. That when I unboxed my lady's Pixel 6, I used mine to record that video and uploaded it as a YouTube Shorts and uploaded it to Instagram. Yeah, I know a lot of people were thoroughly upset when they were like, no face unlock with the Pixel 6. But then again, see, this is the thing. This is like the swaying back and forth tech community that, identity crisis they have. So it's like when it was on the Pixel 4, it was gimmicky and nobody liked it. No, it's gimmicky. Motion sense is pointless and this and that. So they take it away and they make no effort to reintroduce it back into a featured device. Now everyone's like, where is the face unlock? You guys asked for it to go away. Now you guys want it back? So like, this is one of the things, but you know what? It's not the tech community's fault too. It's also Google's fault, right? Like Samsung does gimmicky things too, but they keep those gimmicky things going. Like, even if people were like, oh, yeah, that thing from Samsung, bro, that thing is like freaking such a gimmick. But Samsung keeps it in the next iteration and the iteration after and after, right? Google has this underlining problem with them where it's like, oh, everyone said that this is gimmicky. Should we put it in the next one? Nah. Send it to the Google graveyard with the rest of the stuff like Google Plus and, and Inbox by Gmail and Allo and all that. Yeah, send it there. Like, just because a lot of people then thought it was gimmicky, it grows on people over time too. And they could have literally just kept it in there. And those people who wanted to utilize it could have. Could they have put it in the Pixel 5? Hell yeah, they could have put it in the Pixel 5. And I'm sure everybody that liked the fingerprint sensor would have went with that. And those that liked the face unlock would have went with that. I wouldn't have had a problem with it. As a matter of fact, honestly, it would have made sense for them to bring it back on the Pixel 6. Why? You say? Because of everything that's happened in the last 2 years, they literally could have made it where, like, if you have to wear a mask indoor, fingerprint sensor to unlock the phone. When you're not wearing a mask indoor, oh, look, face unlock. But I do think if they were to remove face unlock, give us ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, just so no one can complain. Yeah. I mean, they can't win, but I mean, with things like that, they could have implemented it. Right? Like, one of the coolest features that I seen on a Pixel phone was on the Pixel 3, dual selfie cameras. Like, they brought that on the Pixel 3 and it never came back. Like, why not? We're putting extra sensors on the back of these phones now. You got a main wide angle sensor, an ultra wide sensor, a telephoto sensor, a monochrome sensor, a sensor that can take x-rays. Like, there's all kinds of sensors on the back of the phones these days. They could have kept 2 selfie sensors, a normal selfie and then an ultra wide selfie, and boom, but they took that away. That is my only thing. I'm a Pixel fanboy through and through, but I will call Google out on a lot of their BS. And one of the biggest problems that Google has is that they're wishy-washy. They're back and forth. Today you get this, tomorrow we're going to take it back. That is Google for everybody. If you don't know that by now, then you don't know Google at all. They tend to do that. They tend to do it all the time. Like, we're going to have this unique thing. Is it a possibility the Pixel 7 will reintroduce the square camera module on the back? Greatly so. If more and more people complain about this camera visor back here, aka Alpha 5 from Power Rangers, if people complain about Alpha 5 from Power Rangers, then we're probably going to get the square one back. Or RoboCop. I've heard people call it RoboCop. I've heard people call it Geordi LaForge from Star Trek. I've heard a lot of names for this camera visor. And just like in Android 12, the quick settings, people are calling it the Dr. Mario pill. People come up with some interesting stuff when it comes to tech. I'll give them that. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to give too much away. I got more and more videos to make on the Pixel 6 that I'm working on. So just be prepared for those videos to drop. And I'm going to touch points in areas that people have, and I'm going to touch points in areas that I see that people aren't really touching points in. So definitely be on the lookout for those videos. This live stream was fun to do. If you guys came in late, I know Blaze, you said you came late. You can always catch the replay. Please understand the things that I said in the beginning, the stuff that I pretty much wear my heart on my sleeve, and I open myself up to everyone in the community. I can care less if people make fun of me, call me a crybaby or anything like that. No, I didn't cry on live, but I'm just saying, like, I kind of got emotional and upset, and that came out. But it's just how I feel about things. And these underlining issues in the tech community need to stop, because everybody has one thing in common. Whether you're a part of those exclusive groups that likes to alienate everybody else, or if you're somebody that's inclusive and loves to incorporate everybody else. There's one thing we all have in common, and we all have a passion for mobile technology, whether it's hardware, software, features, camera, photography, videography, whether it's, audio gear, Bluetooth connectivity, smart TVs, home speakers. We all have a passion for technology in its entirety, and we should all be celebrating all of our differences in the one collaborative thing that unites us all, and that's technology. So keep that in mind. Thank you, Aja. I appreciate your support, and I'm glad that you come around and watch the videos and live streams. Glad to have you here. It means a lot. Y'all be cool. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this day and tomorrow. And I'm back to work Monday, so I'll be working again Monday through Friday. I'll be back next weekend with another one. Thank you all so much. I love you guys. Be safe. Be cool. As always, aloha. And mahalos for coming. Appreciate y'all.